Hey everyone, happy February. I hope you all are doing well out there. Today I am going to be sharing my February 2025 currently inked uh, fountain pens, and we're gonna dive right in. I can tell you, it took me the entire 31 days. Today is February 1st, by the way, to use up all of the ink in January. So I'm still trying to play around with the right number of pen and ink for each month. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. I've decided to swatch and then share the pen and ink. That way you can see it. So we're going to dive right in. So the first ink color I am using this month is Kobe 15, and I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Mayako green. So I'm going to swatch that and then I'll show you the pen that I decided to pair it with. I'm really wanting in 2025 to explore more greens, blues, purples, maybe even yellow. I'm not sure yet. And I've tried more so in 2024, like the Moss Park green, the lighter medium shade of greens, but not really true green. So I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to go, but we shall see. So I paired it with this Opus 88 Mini. This is called Love and Bloom, and this was a limited edition that I just happened to see that they were offering again last year sometime. I can't remember when. I know I've had this pen for a while and I haven't used it. And we are getting a lot of snow, and I love snow. So I'm like, okay, this is the flowers, Love and Bloom. Let's use it and let's add some color here. This has an extra fine nib. I love mini pens. If you've been watching me since 2024 when I started sharing here, you will know that I love mini pens. So this is, I guess I'll write the pen name first. This is an Opus 88. This is an eyedropper pen. And what that means is a cartridge is not going to fit in here, or an ink cartridge or a converter. You pretty much open this, pour the ink in, or use an eyedropper to get the ink in there. And then you twist this back, push and plunge, and that to push the ink down here into the nib unit and then get it going. So I just figured I'd explain that for those of you that are not familiar with Opus 88, because I find that they are kind of underdog, so to speak, pens. I don't really see people using them much, and this is I think it's Love and Bloom. Love and Bloom. And I purchased it with an extra fine nib. This is my only extra fine in the Opus 88. And then the ink, like I said, is Kobe 15. And this is a sample I purchased last year and had not used and wanted to ink it up. Very wet and smooth and this pen. So that is lovely in itself. Okay, the next ink I am using, let me give it a little shake here, is this Diamine. This was an ink vent, and this is a chameleon ink. It's olive swirl. This was part of the green. I think green was 2023. If correct me if I'm wrong, that's okay. I truly do not mind. Whenever the green year was, that's where this falls. And I love olive. I love olives. I love the color olive green as well. And it reminds me of like stems of flowers and things. I put it in this Jinhao 82. It has the Jinhao nib on there in a fine. Let me just, I did have to add to this pen a little bit of the white lightning. So this is a Jinhao 82. And this, I think, is in the light pink. It looks like a pastel pink. I figured it would match well. And it has a fine nib. And again, this is Diamine Olive Swirl. And it has I put the fine nib. It writes so smooth. All right, the next pen, actually, let me do the ink, going out of order. The next ink I am going to be using in February is this KWZ Old Gold. This is another sample that I purchased last year. I guess you're probably going to see the theme here. That I really, I swatched, but I did not ink this one up. I did ink up the KWZ Honey. That I believe Elise sent me a sample of that. And it's beautiful. I loved it. And then it's like, where did my golden browns go, or mustard inks go? They disappeared. So I'm going for really looking at inks I haven't used yet and trying to incorporate them in. That is Buddy Meowing. So I inked it up in my Esterbrook SD Botanical pen, and this has, I think you pronounce it Ticho nib. I wanted to try, I had purchased it and I just could not get the hang of it. And I put it on this pen, put the nib on the pen, and I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. So this is the Esterbrook SD. Botanical. And this has the Ticho, might be called Ticho nib. And what that means is, depending on the angle that you hold the pen and the nib at, it creates a different line between bold, medium, fine, and extra fine. And this is paired again with KWZ Old Gold. And I think this is a very good match. As you can see, when I angle it like this, it has a broader line. But if I write with the pen angled like this, it has a finer line. So that's super juicy and wet. Yeah, I love that. Okay, the next pen and ink combo, I can tell you the ink was interesting. I had inked the pen up to try it out with this Ferris wheel press Berry Mist. And I thought that I wrote it dry, but there was still some ink in there. And I put some of this Sailor Shikiori, I think it's pronounced Oyayama. I'll spell it out here. And they're mixed together and they created a purple. So I'm not going to have a swatch for that, but I'm going to show you here that I paired it with my Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini in the Zion Pink. I love this pen and I haven't used it for quite a while. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I mean. It's taking that, oh, now it's coming out. Well, when it dries, it is more of a purple, you'll see. The lighting isn't great because it is currently snowing out. So, okay. So this is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. All right, so smooth. I have missed writing with this. I don't know what's happened. And this is a medium fine. Comes with a medium fine. And this is a mix of the Ferris wheel press, Berry Mist, that feedback and fine line, and Sailor Shikiori. It's spelled O, so if you want to know, Oyahama. And I love the purple color. It kind of looks like the Teranishi Innocent Mauve or Sailor Haha. So that is that combination. That was a surprise and I'm going with it. The next ink color is actually the Ferris Wheel Press Berry Mist. This is a ink that I've had and have not inked up. It reminds me of blueberry, like blueberries. And I have it inked up. Let me just close that. And another pen I haven't used for a while, but I absolutely love, which is my Kaweco Sport in the color Bordeaux. And this has a medium nib. So this is the Kaweco Sport. And this is in the Bordeaux. So smooth, writes beautifully in here. And this has a medium nib. And this again is Ferris Wheel Press. Fairy Mist. Love it. Okay, the next ink color is another Ferris wheel press, and it is Spadina Rose. I had been wanting to try this one for a while. This was, oh, when did I purchase this? Before we were getting the freezing weather. I've actually put a hold on trades and ink purchases at the moment because I want to be safe. So I've combined this with another pen. This is pretty much one of my favorites, if not favorite. We'll have to see what this year brings. And it is the TWSBI Eco in Cream Rose Gold with an extra fine nib. This was my first TWSBI. So this is TWSBI. And look at how wet and juicy that is, and an extra fine nib. It's amazing. I don't know if it's the samples, because when one of the first Ferris wheel press inks that I received was very, I think this is actually creme. And this is rose gold, extra fine. The ink was really dry in the sample, and I was kind of turned off. And I've had a few other ink vials from Ferris wheel press that were very dry, but all of the bottled ink has been super wet. So I'm not sure. And this is Ferris wheel press, Spadina Rose. Yeah, look at that. And I love this match. I pretty much have loved every ink I've put in this pen. It's neutral cream color. So love it. And then the last, I'm going to say last but not least, the last pen that I'll be sharing in the currently inked video, I do have a pen I'll be sharing that is coming today that I ordered probably Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. Oops, let me show you the ink. The ink is a another Ferris wheel press. I was trying to go for different inks. I have inked this one up before. It is Ferris wheel press Billowing Blush. So it is another pink, but it is different, slightly different, a little bit lighter, and it has some shimmer to it. And I inked it up in another pen you all saw probably more in the summer months, late spring, summer. And this is my Banu Euphoria in Pink Champagne. This is a Gold Spot exclusive. I love it. It's flashy, it's sparkly, it's happy. I don't know. I love this pen so much, and I'm not sure why I haven't inked it up. It holds shimmer ink so well. And again, it's February. We're getting a lot of snow, and I was just looking for brighter colors. And yeah, so this is my Banu. Look at that. It's super wet. Euphoria. And this is in the pink champagne. And again, it's a Gold Spot exclusive, which I'm not going to rate that, but I did want to mention it if you are looking for this pen. I currently have a medium nib on it. I have a bold, not bold, broad, medium, and a fine Schmidt nib that can fit Euphoria or Talisman. And again, this is Ferris Wheel Press. Billowing Blush. And I'll hold this up to the camera so you can see, and I will also show you the larger ink swatches. Oops, that's my fault. I'm not hitting the page properly. Yeah, this nib and this unit is just, it's comfy to hold. It's so happy with the sparkles. And I think that's a pretty good match. It is a little bit lighter, but that's okay. I was also thinking about putting the Robert Oster antique rose gold Antiqua in there, but I wanted something a little bit lighter from the Spadina rose, which also would look perfect in there. So let me show you up close, or let me see if I can, yeah, let's zoom in, and I'll also hold it up so you can see that shimmer. So again, we have this Opus 88 Love and Bloom pen, and this is a mini and an extra fine nib with that Kobe 15. Then I have my Jinhao 82 and a fine nib with the Diamine Olive Swirl, and that is also a shimmer ink. And I did have to add, like I said, white lightning to that pen. I find a lot of the shimmer inks, I have to add white lightning to pretty much all of the other pens I have, but I've never really had to do that for a Banu pen. So that's just something to note. And then my Esterbrook SD in the Botanical, I have the KWZ Old Gold, the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini in Zine Pink, which is this one here. I have that accidental mix of the Ferris Wheel Press Bioberry Mix and Shikori Oyoyama. And then in my Kaweco Sport in Bordeaux, I apologize if you hear that in the background. They are plowing at the moment because we got snow last night and it is still snowing. Snowing today too. And then in the Twisby Eco Creme, I almost used my pastel pink, but I was like, no, I need to use my cream creme. And then that had the Spadina Rose. And then again, this Banu Euphoria in the pink champagne with a medium nib. I have the Ferris Wheel Press Billowing Blush. So I'm going to show you the larger swatches here. Trying not to get ink. So 1 second. Okay. So let's see if you can, there we go. So this is the Kobe green. Look at that swatch. That's why I like swatching them prior to, so you can see the color. And then next to it is the olive swirl. This is the KWZ Old Gold. As you can see, I colored in my accidental mix of the Bioberry Mist and Sailor Shikiori Oyoyama. And then this is the Spadina Rose. This is the Bioberry Mist. Yeah, really, there we go. And then this is the Billowing Blush. So you can see a difference in the pink. And then I will be adding, like I said, another pen and ink combo, but I might just come on with an unboxing, which I very rarely do. And the reason for that is because I don't want this channel to be about um, pressure to purchase or tempting people to purchase things that um, they don't want or truly need. I don't want this channel to be about that, but I do love sharing. This is something I enjoy. It's a hobby. So I'll probably come on and share that with you. It will be soon. It's supposed to arrive today. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful month. Love and blessings.